What concerns me, Nicole, is we already have these land councils and there's very little transparency and integrity with where the hundreds of millions of dollars go to them, paid for largely by mining companies with native title obligations. You know, I've been around government a long time, you have too. There's a lot of concern about where that money is spent and how much of it actually reaches Aboriginal native title owners and people on the ground. This is that on steroids.
Exactly, Peter. We should be hugely concerned about where this money will end up and who will benefit from it. Now, Peter, on top of mining royalties, payments like that, we taxpayers, Australian taxpayers, provide something in the order of $35 to $40 billion a year to support Indigenous Australians. We know that has not solved the terrible crisis that we're seeing in remote Indigenous communities. It hasn't solved the health, education, incarceration issues that are facing Indigenous communities. So where will this money go, as you've just pointed out? How will it be spent? And will Aboriginal people actually benefit? And will it help them to solve the intractable problems that they're facing, especially in rural, regional, remote areas?
Just a quick one, Nick Cater. Malcolm Turnbull said back in 2016, when we were in the middle of the same-sex marriage debate, that the rights of religious schools and organisations, he said, would be protected. Now, he failed to deliver the legislation, so did Scott Morrison. And now it's in the hands of Labor. There's been this Australian Law Commission report come out. It's drawn a lot of ire from Christian schools in particular, Muslim schools too, Jewish schools, not being able to hire people to teach that identify with their faith. Why on earth have we had to wait 7 years for a fair go for religious faith schools and organisations?
Well, they're probably the least popular minority group there is, Peter, is a simple answer. But look, I mean, this is unfinished business by the Coalition. We should have got that protection through, the protection for religious freedom. We didn't. I do hope that Peter Dutton and his team are working on legislation to take to Parliament next time they're in government, because you can be certain it won't happen under Labor.